What's going on, people? Just giving you another update on the current crypto market and a few other um, assets as well. Just getting into it. We had the bullish day yesterday. To me, I've been saying since the seventh of September that I was expecting more positive price action than negative. And we did have that impulse for a few days after the seventh. Um, Came back, tested the area again, and went sideways for weeks. I did a few updates within this consolidation. And yesterday finally broke out bullishly. But why I've been bullish and why I'm even more confident that we'll be seeing higher prices in the future is the fact that we have broken out of the TDI GM, consolidation. Um, if you look back on this indicator from January of 2021, we have just been, consolidating within this pattern. I mean, you could really, if you wanted to, you could just cut up um, where you first plotted the trend line. You could just plot the trend line, from October 2021 and take the pattern from that time frame. But just keeping true to the consolidation, we have broken out of it bullishly, um, and even back on the seventh, I was bullish simply because we were finally showing bullish divergence on this indicator. We've broken out bullishly, so a new trend is starting to form. Um, and so, what could happen is you could, impulse up, test one of these resistance areas and then sell off and then pivot and go up higher. But there's a lot more areas to break. Um, at the bare minimum, I'm expecting around that 26,000 area, at least test the 25.2 area. But if we break that with a lot of volume. Um, it wouldn't be shocking everything that's happening right now, not just with Bitcoin right now, but I'll show you with like the dollar and interest rates and stuff like that. Um, it wouldn't be shocking to see a real retrace rally. Um, and common retrace is anywhere from, I got these plotted right. Could see anywhere from 37.5 area to like 50,000. That would be normal retracement. Um, and yeah, I mean, that's what I've been seeing. Um, I've been stating that I thought the bottom was in. I've been kind of trolling a lot of people that then, were expecting lower prices. I mean, I was expecting lower prices as well, but when I was expecting that 12 to 14K range, it was previous to the double top breakdown, and that still could happen. We could just range here, like it be in a larger range where we do hit the 26 K area, and then finally, hit these, hit that, hit those, hit that target zone. But right now, you look just right now, the momentum has been lost to the downside, and everybody was bearish, and you just didn't have a concrete um, argument for to see more downside. And so one of the other reasons why I've been way more bullish than bearish these past like 7 weeks is the fact that the DXY just today actually has broken this 9 month uptrend channel. I mean, you've been in a major uptrend since January 2021. Same, with Bitcoin when really the momentum started to shift bearishly, even though we were getting high prices for Bitcoin. But the dollar has been in a major uptrend since January 2021. That trend is now ending, as far as the 9 months trend, but that trend is now being compromised. You do have weekly bearish divergence on the MACD. You have triple RSI bearish divergence on the RSI, and that's starting to play out. And you do have bearish triple TDIGM bearish divergence on the weekly. It's another reason why I was very, like, everybody was, jumping on the dollar going to 120, even though that's was my target back when I was, back when the dollar was at 95, and everybody was telling me, that the dollar was so bearish and we were going to have hyperinflation. And I was like, no, this is, dollar's bullish. And it was another reason why I was so bearish on cryptocurrency. But you're now starting to get that bearish divergence playing out on the dollar. You go to the euro. You don't have on the euro, you don't have any bullish divergence on like the weekly or anything like that. But you did break that 9-month downtrend channel. You see you're getting very positive price action right now with the euro. And just like with Bitcoin, it had a pattern for the TDIGM. It has broken out bullishly on the daily. So the trend is definitely has changed, and we're getting, positive follow through to the upside. But if people are still out there bearish on these markets, if you're still bearish on crypto, I just don't understand. You obviously, if you're bearish still, you don't understand, you know, TA, you don't understand momentum. It just doesn't make any sense to me why you would be bearish. And another reason why I was so bullish, when you look at the S&P 500, I was stating that you had daily bullish divergence on the daily, that, on your MACD, that really this is a little off, but your daily, yeah, on your daily RSI as well. I'm not going to draw a trend line. And you also had potentially weekly bullish divergence, which I need to hide this trend line. I thought I hit it on a weekly, yeah. But you had, you still have potentially weekly bullish divergence on the weekly MACD and also on the RSI, TDIGM as well. I mean, everything to me was just pointing to a more likelihood that we will see, bullish price action instead of bearish price action. I mean, you're bouncing off this support zone. You can see this like zone back here, and really from the right before the COVID crash, and then you tested this area, consolidated, ran up, came back, tested as support. You get positive price action, bullish divergence on weekly time scale. I mean, I'm not saying that we'll go to see all-time highs, but I mean, go back in history, which I'm not going to do right now, honestly, but I will look back and give it probably an update next video of the last time we had bullish divergence on a weekly time scale on the S&P. But these are just reasons why I was just way more bullish than bearish. You had time, you had over, like I said, 7 weeks to start to accumulate positions and start to, you know, really shift that focus. And one of the sectors I've been looking at since July has been that weed market. And I did the last video, I did a update on the weed market on several companies. Um, and I was basically, I believe the weed market is at the bottom. And I think we're going through to see a multi-year bull market. This is looking at CGC on a weekly. It still hasn't officially broken the downtrend yet, but we're very close. You break above like 350, you're breaking this 2-year downtrend. Well, almost 2-year downtrend. It's like a year and 9 months downtrend for CGC. So you're very close. And yesterday, I believe CGC was up like 25, 26%. Today's only up, 13%. So for the past 2 days, you're up almost, 40% past 2 days. Very positive price action. Cron, another one, the chart looked to me, looked very low risk. You bounced off of support at 265, and you're getting positive price action. Today's up 2.5%. It's not performing as well as the other weed companies, so that's something to take note of, that is actually underperforming the majority of the weed sector right now. So maybe this is maybe they're a late bloomer, or it's not going to perform as well as the other companies. ACB was up significantly yesterday. Today, it's up another 5%. We had this bearish pattern played out, hit the measure move, had bullish divergence on the daily, the MACD, RSI as well, and pivoted, is running. You break back into this pattern. I mean, to me, it was just low risk. It was at a dollar when I was looking at this, and it's like, oh, this looks like, or it was around the same area actually. When I'm saying this is probably a low risk area to start to, take a position. Tilray. There's just some, of the Tilray today has broken the downtrend again. And I mean, you have done this several times in this downtrend, and it's all been fake outs. What's different this time is your macro is changing. It's not just, back in March, macro was bearish. Back in November, that's when I was sounding alarms that people, should be exiting the market. Back in June and back in the summer of 2021, it wasn't, you saw a bullish argument, but you were just starting your downtrend. But really right now, like I've stated, weed to me seems like the most lowest risk. Maybe I haven't stayed on video, but I've been, just in communication with people. I think weed is the lowest risk sector right now. Just looking at, the price action and the fact that we're breaking out of this downtrend, I'm expecting a lot higher prices for the weed sector. I mean, just a normal retracement from the start of your downtrend. Let's look at Tilray from your low to high, and you haven't even hit the 236 yet. I mean, that'd be $18. Seems crazy, but I mean, when I was setting the alarm for weed back in really 2020, this fall of 2020, I was expecting a retracement then. What was going on with the price action, and did the same thing, fit from the top to the bottom. You didn't even hit your 236, but that gave you some, some ideas of where you could possibly see prices going. But that's what I'm seeing for the weed sector. That's just what I'm seeing for, some of these assets. Forget it. I'm just gonna look at, it's going back to crypto. It's gonna look at Telos. Good, did give an update to on my like Twitter and like to the Telos group. And I basically, you know, I think Telos has bottom. Why do I think Telos bottom? Because look at the daily. We're getting bullish divergence on the daily, on the MACD, RSI. I mean, Bitcoin looks like it has bottom. Is bottoming out. Telos has bullish divergence, MACD, RSI, TDI, GM as well. You're near that, critical 17, 18, cents area. And, you're a little bit below it. You do have just looking at this, and say we have like a channel that you're about to break or wedge, like a falling wedge that you're about to break bullishly. I mean, I would expect at least 25 cents for Telos. Yeah, at least, the very least, 25 cents. Now, but if you break 25 cents, I mean, your next real resistance is not till really to like, I think it was like 50. Here's like 50. You have a zone. Really just have a zone of, excuse me, support. The rectangle. Let's see, like to like this zone. You break 25 cents, you could be seeing anywhere from like 38 cents, well, like 40 cents to like 51 cents area before you see any significant pullback. Maybe you break back up in it. If this is really the bottom, the ultimate bottom, which I don't know. It's too early to say that. There's a lot of structural issues with the economy. But if this is just a retrace, low to high, I don't know. Let me delete this one. Delete these fibs real quick. I mean, that'd be the 236 area. Very possible. So, I mean, rate 25 cents, you'd be in this range. I mean, it's a nice return, 160 to 200% return in Telos, over like the next 3 to 6 months. But that's what I'm seeing right now within these markets. I just come out with this content, try to give a better perspective of what's going on, with traditional TA. Nothing is perfect. Everything could just, if it wanted to, everything could just reverse. But the more likelihood, the more probability is we'll see more positive price action. If you're still bearish out there, I just don't understand it. And I'm just gonna be laughing with my games. But until next time, until I give another update, until I see some other opportunity within the market, stay safe out there and peace.